Hi there. Let me get around that. Still got me on the screen. We're not on this screen. We're on that screen. Hi. It's Thanksgiving week in the United States, and I say Happy Thanksgiving to all my fellow Americans, family, friends who are watching, and so it's also the anniversary of my 28th anniversary of becoming well. I looked on the calendar, and in 1994, that was the 17th, the Thursday before Thanksgiving, the last Thursday before Thanksgiving, in 1994, November, was the 17th. Actually, I think is what I looked up. Was that the right month I looked up? I get bumbling brain like a professor sometimes, and bumbling professor do things goofily, discombobully sometimes. But but there's a method to my madness always. So, so I was going to say, as far as the technical problems with the computer go, I put that second solid state drive in and put it back together, and it didn't see it anywhere in the computer where it should have seen it. So another day I took it apart and saw, well, there was burned wire, that cable holding the hard drive in, solid state drive. So it burns down the wire, so it marks. So I took it out, and my high tech friend said, well, gee, that was good luck, but that's scary. So it's scary, but the computer's fine. I checked it all the way out, and we're recording on it now. So that's the lesson learned, that something that I can't do, or I'm going to take your capability when you do that kind of thing. You've got to be really finessey with what you're doing. And apparently it was that I didn't know how to fold the ribbon cable wire to fit the way it needed to fit. I just put the case on and let it crunch it. So I figured it would just naturally mold it down there where it needed to go. But that's what apparently fried it. Pushing the case on with the wire bending up out from the motherboard, my solid drive. So it crunched it down in there, and that's when it apparently fried the wire, and apparently that's the way it looks. So that's that issue. The upgrade for the extra terabyte into this computer it had a 2 terabyte NVMe drive in it, but that's enough to hold a lot of video. But well, there's external drives too, but it was just a hope to beef it up all the way I could. It's already worth, like, what did I figure with what I put the drives, and it's still cheaper to put your own big drives in and buy the small drive if you know what you're doing to do that. But then I got stuck and had to get that service with the Windows, put Windows 11 back on it, and I have to cancel them. I don't need them anymore, and so that's complicated stuff when you do that, and you can run into problems. It did damage the computer, burning up, you would think, but no problem. So that I can see anyway, I haven't seen any problem, and I've looked in places where you would see problems. So there's that. Then what else was I going to mention? So what did I start off babbling about? I got my hair cut. The lady who I was cutting my hair, the hairstylist, we were talking, and I said, this is all falling out because of medication I take, and she named some medications that make hair fall out. Later, I said, no, it's antipsychotic medication. She said, oh, really? She said her ex-husband, father for her daughters, her daughters and her try to figure him out because he spent 4 years in a state hospital and or mental hospital somewhere, and he quit taking his medicine when he got out because he thought he was well. And I said, they warned me that like 1,000 times, man, a million times about thinking you're well and just stopping the medicine. So I knew better, because these people were people who I trusted, who endeared to me in this lifetime, workers at the hospital and professionals who I worked with me because I was such a resistant case. But that's all 28 years behind me now. So that's all the point I was going to make. It's so far behind me now, 28 years behind me, that I got well this last week here. It has no bearing on today, except that if you're going to take me to socially extravagant affairs, don't expect me to go because I can't handle that kind of stuff. Play places like Carl's and things, and my back condition, I can't really walk anywhere. I went in the dollar store and I got stuck about it was for a friend, Amanda Elliott and Jade Elliott. Thank you very much. Uh, Mother and daughter of a friend of daughter and mother, granddaughter of a friend of mine for many years, Linda, so they were having me in the store at the same time. I was stuck in there getting a checkout line, trying to get some combs for the new hairdo, you know. So it was crazy to try to get around anywhere and go anywhere. I can't go. I have to have the aide do that for me. She's coming in a few hours, 4 hours she'll be here to do. We're reversing this week and doing the shopping in time because Thursday's in day now. This week is an out day because of the holiday. So anyways, uh, what does my back need? I mean, do I need a doctor? No, the doctor told me, agreed with me that I need laid. So is there any volunteers? I clean up nice. I got my hair cut nice. So if you're a volunteer and you'd like to check me out, to just do that. So feel free to do so. I tend not to take friend requests by people I don't know. I don't do that. There's other ways around that. But anyway, so that's what I need for my back. I've proven it already, and I think if that were if a committed partner were involved in a treatment plan for my back and for her pleasure, to work on my back, I think I could get to the point where I could walk Raven Rocks again one more time and taking my time and get through there again. It's been since 2014 since I've been through there. It's a beautiful place. I have a video walkthrough, a couple of them on my YouTube channel, somewhere there. Anyways, was there something else I was going to mention? It seems like there was, but I can't think of what it was. So things are going good. It's just happy holiday season to all of you out there. And we want to get back to schizophrenia and how to beat schizophrenia. But it's so far behind me, it doesn't even matter anymore. I just keep taking my medication because I know if I don't do that, it's going to be a whole another disaster all over again. And I ain't going to have it. So don't tell me I don't need my medication or try to get away with me taking it, because you'll be met with severe resistance. I have to have my medicine, and it has to be unfettered. So that's why I say, well, 28 years. So the lady, yeah, who said her husband, ex-husband was paranoid schizophrenic. She said that she said, yeah, 28 years with no relapses is remarkable. She said with that condition, that they go that long, and that's what I can blow any psychiatrist away if I meet them and talk to them and explain to them how I used to be, as I did in my book, In the Grip of Paranoid Schizophrenia, third edition. It explains how my mind was disarrayed and filled with delusion and hallucinations from voices that I heard that turned into people I saw and hallucinated. That crazy. It wasn't drugs. It wasn't drugs. It was just the illness by itself. Unmedicated. No medication worked at the time in the early days. So now it's been 28 years of medication works, but it made my hair fall out. So where they told me I would live with trade-offs, even decades before that, with this illness. So is that a trade-off they meant I would live with? I'd get well, but I'd lose my hair as a result. I don't know. Peace and love to everybody out there. Have a nice, happy Thanksgiving if you're in America, and if not, enjoy the day otherwise wherever you're at. God bless us, this world. This is crazy days we see these days. God save us. I'm turning the computer off here, but it's on the other computer. Wait a minute. I'll have to edit this off the end, but